Winners don't lose.
Yosh.
Hello and welcome to Never Stop Shooting. I am James, this is Paul, and today we're playing a game. I don't know what it's called.
It's called Odallus, the Shards, Lost Shards, Death Shards, some sort of shards.
Glass shards.
So Haggis lost his family in, like, a war or something like that, and all that he has left now is a son.
And sheep splatter.
And sheep's bladder.
Because that's what haggis is made in.
Fine. Thank you. The man felt empty, as if his essence was drawn away, and there was nothing for him in this world. That warm light was the only reality, and it was calling his name. A noise put a stop to those thoughts. I haven't actually watched the intro since the first time I played the game.
You know, it could just be some hungry Scotsman.
Something is happening. Something terrible.
How would you know?
Because it looks like fire on the horizon.
He lit a town on fire.
Gasp. Well, somebody did.
Oh.
So, yeah, this is
Oh.
like the world map, and we're trying to make it up here to
The manor.
Gale's Castle, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
And I've played this game. I beat this game. I was trying to play it on Veteran. James had said to me, like, let's not play Veteran because we don't want to look like total rubes. And the thing is that, like, Veteran actually adds a lot of replayability to this game because it changes, like, the map and the enemies themselves. Like, there's new enemies that are not in the normal mode and stuff like that.
Okay, so it actually adds
Content
gameplay
to the game, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a brilliant way to do the game. I picked up this game, Dark Call. Maybe that's what it was. Odallus Dark Call. The Dark Call.
Yeah, it was the Dark Call.
I picked up this game as part of a Humble Bundle, and it was like sort of retro-style games that... Oh, come on. That have... Oh, missed it. That have, like, an incredibly high rating on Steam sort of thing. So I think this one has, like, a 92% positivity rating in it.
Why are you going down instead of to the left?
Because I know how to play the game, James.
Okay.
Because
Just saying that there look like two paths on the main map.
they're... Oh, on the main map. No, those are potential paths. Do you mind, sir?
I mean, I know I shouldn't laugh, but Hokey Dinah, this guy is
There
annoying.
we go. We got him. We got him. Jeez. Now I look like a rube. Yeah, I've played this game before, and I can't even kill this, like, low-level thing. So that was a bag. I've got these weapons up here, these axes. I can only hold a total of 15 of them right now. Before, I could only hold 10. But since I got the bag upgrade, I can hold more now. Oh, I don't need this anymore.
Hey, you got...
I got my chicken leg, like you were talking about, turkey.
Yep,
and
wall
all.
chicken.
Those refill your health all the way back up to full now. Yeah.
Hey, look, a cellar.
Ow. The little soup bowls. Come on. They refill your health only a little bit, only by 1 heart.
I don't mean to be rude here, but is it like in every other game where if you jump into the fire, it hurts you?
Yes. It's also like real life, James. If you jump into the fire, it hurts you. I hate those guys.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, because you seem to be jumping into a lot of fire.
Oh, I see. You're just being nasty. That's all that was.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. There we go. I should have no problem with this at all.
You know what this reminds me of?
What's that?
When I was watching, I believe it was a Game Grumps going through, what's that, Ghouls and Goblins or something like that?
Oh yeah, that's one of the games actually that sort of inspired the creator of this game. So this is one of our first mini-bosses. By the end of the game, these guys are just regular enemies. Get out of the way!
Oof.
There we go. We got him.
Unfortunately, you can't use anything like a giant warhammer in this game.
No, that's true. I mean, I've got my axes, and I can throw them, and they just go straight across the screen. There's 2 other types of weapons. I don't think there's
You used
anything
your key
important.
for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else important here at this point. I'm kind of trying to get through just the first couple of levels so that I can get some of the upgrades and I can come back and I can get better stuff. You know, like through here, I can't move this right now. It's too big. But there's, I think, half of a heart on the other side of it.
Ah.
So,
and that would increase it like a heart
Yeah,
thing.
I would have an extra half heart. Oh, shoot. I'm actually not doing so hot. So I'll buy a couple of those. And every time you buy stuff, the cost of it goes up, right?
Nice!
So it's one of those, yeah, the shopkeeper hates you, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
Chief, Gale's men are attacking the village. This is treason. Have you seen my boy?
Boy? Men? Who cares about feeble souls?
What in the name of the gods are you saying?
Gods? Our gods are dead, old and new. I'm my own god now.
You hear that a lot nowadays, actually.
I will feast on your flesh and your soul. You hear that a lot? Who are you hanging out with?
I am my own god. People might not directly say it, but
like I said, I'm gonna say this again. You run into this all the time.
yes, this is a daily basis for me. I am a crusader of light, after all. And,
okay, I'm not gonna question you.
Because I've apparently got a sword somewhere. Eh? So yeah, the idea is, you hit him in the head enough and he'll open up his weak spot, and now he's dead. I think I died once or twice on that boss the first time I was playing the game.
I'd have a hard time with that when I would first be going through. You feel a strange and unusual resonance.
This beast. How did the chief become it? This weird shard trapped in the beast's soul. What kind of sorcery is this? I must make haste to Gale's castle. I have to find my boy.
It's just Gale Castle.
Oh, sorry. Whatever. I don't care.
Okay. So
now I've got a second level opened up.
So what were you meaning by this whole idea of your own god kind of thing?
Oh, people worship themselves. I don't think it's terribly,
Ooh, that's neat.
Yeah, those things are nuts. And these guys will keep spawning here if I stick around. So you kind of just gotta keep moving.
I like a game that actually appreciates the process of always gotta move forward.
Yeah. It's just so many people on a Kohlberg's morality scale don't really move beyond any sort of a selfish morality where it's like, this is what is important to me and so this is all that matters, So yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, is that people are selfish.
Okay.
That's essentially all there is to it. I think this might be where I get my armband.
To be honest, though, he wasn't really talking about that. He was just saying, like, I've become more powerful than, the gods I put faith in.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that a save point?
It is. It's a little checkpoint that lets me come back there if I die, which is super helpful.
This makes this a lot better than that one game that I saw, because, oh my word, having no checkpoints would suck. Nice.
And this is another, not really I wouldn't even really call him a mini-boss, but it's something that's pretty rare at this stage of the game. And later on they become pretty dang common. Because, you get sword upgrades, you get armor upgrades, you get your weapons and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, here's my torch. I love the torch. It's my favorite. If you guys are wanting to know, like, how to kill a boss, usually torches are the way to go, because it'll hit 3 or 4 times before, like, every time sort of thing. It'll hit 3 or 4 times.
Wow. This game is a lot of, what do you call it? Trial and error.
Oh yeah, that's why, I'm sure you would love to play this game, James, but it would take, it took me, well, to speedrun this game, apparently, their speedrunner achievement is under 2 hours.
Well, that's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but that just goes to show that the game does have some length to it if you don't really know what you're doing. So that's why I'm playing the game instead of James, is just because, we don't want to spend, too stinking long on this one part here. Right, on this one game, rather.
Yeah, this may be a one-off, and if we decide it should go longer, maybe.
Get up!
Nice catch.
The final boss in this game is absolutely brilliant. It's got so many, it's your typical 3,
Ooh, health map.
Yeah, extra hearts. So I've got 4.5 hearts now.
Nice.
It's pretty stereotypical in that it's your 3-stage boss, right?
Yeah.
What I appreciate that they did about it, though, is that you had to really approach each boss very differently. The first stage of the boss, you had to be incredibly patient and wait for your opportunity. The second stage of the boss was all about finding that first opportunity that you have and just spamming him as much as possible. And every time, like, what am I thinking here?
I don't know.
Every time he would block your attack, you would jump over to the other side and just start spamming as fast as you can again. And then the last boss was essentially just survive as long as you possibly can.
And wait for that one time when he opens up.
Oh shoot, I jumped instead of... Yeah, and wait for that one opportunity that you have, you know?
Oh, you know which boss did that, which I absolutely hated?
Oh, what's that?
I hated it. Final Fantasy 13's boss.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my word. The Final Fantasy 13-3, you fight that thing, and at the end, you're fighting the false god Benevelza. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert, sorry. I mean, I doubt anybody's going to be playing the game. Well, I mean, you might, actually. If you're playing Final Fantasy 15, you might actually want to play 13 first, because I hear they're connected somehow. Or that's what they may have said at one point. I stopped looking at the trailers for Final Fantasy 15. But anyways, you're fighting the false god Benevelza, and what ends up happening is in his first in his first form, he's tough, but you can kind of handle him. In his second form, he switches between two different forms, and you gotta switch up how you hit him. The first form, what did you do there?
I lit a thing on fire. It's for the secret exit to this level.
Anyways, you fight two different forms, a physical and a magic form. And you don't have any time in between, so whatever you walk into the fight with is whatever you have to fight him with. Nice dodge.
I was fumbling all over the place there.
Yeah, but you got out of it. Ooh, Medusa heads.
They're like some sort of half skeletons, actually. But yeah, Medusa heads, Castlevania.
Yep. You get me.
I get it.
But in the third form, you have to break him. And then once you break him once, then it's just a DPS race to get him down. And if you don't, which is something I've been playing it on the hardest mode, trying to beat, if you don't actually hit him and get him down that, you have to re-break him. And that's impossibly difficult.
Oh, shoot. Something is written. Fire walk with me. So that's what each of them said is fire walk with me. And it opens up this little passage, which lets me take a different way out of the level, so I don't have to fight the boss. But also, more importantly, it opens up the level down below instead of the level across. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and until we see you next time, be excellent to one another.
And keep your guns in the air.